Unfortunately for some people today, we are going to rain on them. Unfortunately for some people today, we will give them wood to wood to see. We will humble them. Unfortunately, but there is absolutely nothing I can do because I've got to drop it the way it is. I've got to say it the way it is. It got to be said. My brothers, how are they? Nigeria has done it again. Nigeria don't shame the haters again. Nigeria has shamed the haters again. Nigeria don't shame the haters again. See, I don't know how to say dance this dance, but this is probably one of the biggest breaking news you will get as a Nigerian, as an African. To an extent, it's not just breaking news for Nigeria, but it's breaking news for all Africa. Like every single African should be proud and excited that Nigeria is finally doing something that will take Africa to the world. You get it? Yes. And this is the way it starts. You understand? Africans need to wake up, man. And I'm begging my South Africans, Ghanaians, and other Africans, don't see this as a challenge. Don't see this as, it's not everything about Nigeria that you guys will see. Because South Africans and Ghanaians, particularly South Africans and Ghanaians, they have this tendency of everything Nigeria does great, like extremely great. To a great extent, they feel like it's a challenge to them. It's not a challenge. My brother, Charlie, Charlie, it's not a challenge. These people are just like making Africa look great, like telling the rest of the world that you can't look down on Africa. There's a whole lot of value in Africa. You understand? That's basically how I see it, and that's why, as a Cameroonian who has been made the brand ambassador of Calabar, Nigeria, Cross River State. You see, now think Cross River State with the word now. Think Cross River, because we are Cross Riverians. We want to make Cross River great. You understand? So, despite being a Cameroonian, Nigeria made me ambassador of the state there. So, you can imagine the love Nigeria has for Africa. So, every African should have this same mindset. Think like it. Think like it. Yes. So, I don't want to waste too much of your time. Let's start going into the headlines because, like I told you guys, it's going to be a very sweet video and a very interesting video, and one which I think every African should be celebrating, every African should be excited about, every African should be happy to talk about. You get it? So there is this Commonwealth Games that are hosted by Commonwealth countries. Now, who are the Commonwealth countries in Africa? We may want to look into that, because if we want to look at the magnitude of this breaking news, we have to first of all understand who are the Commonwealth countries in Africa, right? In Africa, the British colonies, those that were colonized by the British. So basically, they have a community called the Commonwealth. And this Commonwealth doesn't just stop at, being former British colonies and stuff like that. They go as far as, organizing competitions like the Commonwealth Olympic Games. Olympic Games only for countries that were British colonies, including the British themselves. So India, all countries that were colonized by Britain, they are involved in this Commonwealth Games. You understand? And Africa has a couple of those countries. And unfortunately, all those countries where they beef Nigeria, they are part of the Commonwealth family, because the Commonwealth family in Africa includes South Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, Cameroon. A lot of you people don't know. Yes. Cameroon is actually part of the Commonwealth community in Africa, because Cameroon, my country, where I come from, we were British colonies. Basically, we were Nigerians. We were under Nigeria. We were all together with Nigeria under the British rule. So basically, the British, they still consider us in Cameroon. That's why they include Cameroon under the Commonwealth. That's why I tell people all the time, Nigeria and Cameroon are family now, one, especially us, the English people from Cameroon. So basically, that's it. So we have a couple of countries, but most, those who are autonomous, those who have, you have South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, and I think there is Sierra Leone, and a couple of other countries, Kenya, we have Uganda, a couple of countries like that. They are from the Commonwealth community in Africa. And so every year, I've been at 4 years, I don't know, I don't think it's every year, it's every 4 years. These African athletes, they have to train and work hard in Africa and go to the UK or go to maybe Asia for Commonwealth Games, because no African country has ever been seen as qualified or worthy to host these Commonwealth Games. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? So basically, Africa was regarded as a continent that is not capable. Because Commonwealth Games is like Olympic Games. It's not an issue of an entire country. No, it's a city that hosts the Commonwealth Games or the Olympic Games. So they were like, no African city is qualified enough to host the Olympic Games or the Commonwealth Olympic Games. Let me put it that way so that we will not confuse Olympics and Commonwealth. So, but Nigeria is about to break it. Nigeria is about to break an incredible record that everyone is shocked. And people are definitely raising their heads up like, what makes Nigeria qualified? Even Nigerians going to ask themselves this question. What makes Nigeria qualify? Wait till qualify Nigeria to say, we go host these games. We can stand and do it. Before you continue watching, guys, I just want to let you know that we are not just making videos. This time around, we are taking the next big step, which is actually investing in Nigeria. Yes, to prove that I love Nigeria and to show the world that Nigeria is one of the greatest countries and the best place to do business. We are also taking the measures to invest. We have other businesses that we are doing, but at the same time, we want to help you. We want to help Nigerians, everyone else that also wants to invest in Nigeria, and show them the way so they can also be making something and grow. And it's not just in Nigeria, in Cameroon and other African countries. Yes, because Nigeria is saturated with some domains, but if you can actually move to other countries like Cameroon and establish your business there, you will probably make a lot more money and take advantage of the less competition that is in those countries. So whatever business you're into, come on, we can help you establish in other countries in Africa. At the same time, if you are looking to buy land, properties anywhere in Nigeria, any state, come on, I've got you covered. We've got you covered. If you're looking to promote your business on social media, bring more audience, register your business, and get exposed all over Africa in any way you want, and even in the diaspora with your product, with your business, we've got you covered. And at the same time, if you are looking for partnership, if you are planning to come back to Nigeria this December, because Dirty December will be something else in Nigeria this year. And if you want to get the best experience with Dirty December, enjoy Dirty December like never before, flex, enjoy tourism in Nigeria in its best form, then of course Ajim contact us right now. And anyhow, you will get results. We guarantee you this one. Gidigba. Ajim no dey play. The same work ethics I carry put for my work, that's the same work ethics I will put on your work to make sure you get the result that you desire. And of course, those of you who are trying to get into social media, YouTube, monetize your platforms and start making money on YouTube as well, come on, anything, Ajim go dey there to give you now the advice and the help how to go about it. So contact me on the WhatsApp number below, and everything will start from there. And before you know, things go dey jolly for your side. Continue watching your video. Cheers. Don't believe it, but I'm here to break it to you so that you can believe it. You understand? Nigeria is set to become the first African country to host the Commonwealth Games. Guys, listen carefully. Listen and listen well. I say Nigeria is set to become the first African country ever in history to host the Commonwealth Games. Why is this a breaking news? Why is this important? Why is this historic? Why is this a great thing that we can celebrate? There are so many things we need to discuss related to this topic. You understand? And I'm begging you, it's time for you to pay more attention. Let us discuss these things, because this will go a long way to change the narrative, not just for Nigeria, not just for Africa, but so many things that people have been saying about Africa will change. I'm telling you guys, for real, let's be honest with ourselves. So if Nigeria, remember, it's not about the country. So Nigeria, for you to host the Commonwealth Games, is basically like the Olympic Games. It means you must have enough infrastructure for football, infrastructure for all sporting events, including swimming, every sporting event that takes part in the Commonwealth game, from every category of the sport domain, as in any sport, which means that for Nigeria to qualify to host that game, one Nigeria city, in this case Abuja, is the city that they're going to use, because Abuja once hosted the junior games, which is like almost like the junior Olympic games. So Abuja, we need to have infrastructure of standards that can host that game. It means that running, athleticism, football, handball, jumping, every kind of game that is played in this world, Abuja, Nigeria should have infrastructure that is capable of hosting world standard events in that magnitude. And Abuja, Nigeria is standing in line to make that history, to become one of the only African country and the first ever African country that will be able to host a competition of that magnitude. Remember, till today, South Africans are still proud for the fact that South Africa was the first African country to host the World Cups, right? That still gives South Africans a lot of joy. South Africans still use it to remind all Africans that we were that great, we are that big, we are that developed, to the point where we can host something of that magnitude. And that's why South Africans are proud. So Nigerians can have the right to be proud that Nigeria can eventually break it and become the first, because hosting the Olympic Games is bigger than hosting the World Cups. The World Cup is just football and it's done in different cities. You get the point? It's just football and it's done in different cities. But the Commonwealth Games is very different. The Olympic Games is different because one city hosts every sporting event, which means that in that city, there must be every sporting event facility. That is the meaning of you hosting the Commonwealth Games. That's the meaning of you hosting a competition of that magnitude. And that's why, to me, it speaks volumes if Abuja or Nigeria can actually pull this through. It speaks volume if Abuja, Nigeria actually makes this happen. There is a whole lot that will happen, because tourism in Nigeria in general will skyrocket. South Africa became a groundbreaking ground for tourism during the World Cup. Many things changed for South Africans. People were flying into South Africa from left and right, all over the world. People were literally running into South Africa. And that changed a lot of things for South Africa. That brought in so much development in terms of hotels, in terms of roads, infrastructure, logistics. So many things changed in South Africa. And that's exactly what is going to happen in Nigeria if Nigeria is hosting the Olympic Games, the Commonwealth Games. Because every department, every sector of Nigeria will change. Development will fly in. You understand? And Nigeria city, Abuja, the capital of Nigeria, will automatically become one of the greatest cities in Africa, one of the greatest cities in the world that anyone, anywhere in the world, we want to run to go and have fun. Remember, I've been telling you guys, invest in Nigeria, buy property in Nigeria, invest. Now imagine anybody who already has properties in Abuja, anybody who already has a business established in Abuja, imagine the kind of money they'll be making. Imagine the kind of substance that will be flying into their pocket because of their investment, because of what they are putting in. So it's about time people wake up and realize all the opportunities that are in Nigeria and stop sleeping, guys, because a whole lot more is coming into the country and you just have to wake up and take advantage of it. Nigeria will make this history and prove everybody wrong that Nigeria is not an insecure country. Nigeria is not a country that is full of problems. Nigeria is a country that can rise, that can develop, that can rise to any standard like any other country in the world. It is what it is. Your boy Ajim Maxi on this one again, and I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. Smash the like button, smash notification bell. Come back anytime you're free, guys, because there's always more beautiful and amazing videos just for y'all. God bless y'all. Cheese.